Our entire network is entire network is functioning based on different things like protocol suites, way of communication, how to communicate. Very simple to understand. Like now you are joining our 70s. You're getting a training from the 70s, and you are attending. You completed a version test, or maybe you are waiting for a version test. Next, you are attending. You are going to be attend, or you are already attend the technical interview. Once your technical interview completed, then onboarding means what happened. So entirely it is a process, right? So this process we can take an example for any lot of things. But what I'm saying it is how to communicate. How to communicate. So we need a step-by-step process. The step-by-step process of communication between a device to another device. Guys, we are accessing a lot of things from internet. For example, I put a RJ45 in a Google and I got a lot of data in it. Okay. Maybe I want to learn today. Every day I want to learn something, but I always I will open and I close it again. So for example, I open a w3schools.com. Where is this data located? Where is this located? In a some server, remote server, right? This is my PC. This is somewhere in this world, w3schools.com server. My request is going to up to that one, and I get a page from it. Okay, or you can say mail communication. Are not required. Okay, so mail communication. Somewhere this email is located. I'm sending a request. I'm receiving information. I am receiving a mails, right? Like that. Everything, remote desktops, VPN servers, whatever it is, a client request, server respond according to the request using a protocols. Okay. Next, the step-by-step process, the step-by-step wise, what is happening from our PC to the destination, source to destination. It no need to be the destination is a server. It can be a normal server. I have a laptop, I have a desktop in my network. So if I want to communicate from my laptop to the desktop or my laptop to another laptop, mobile phone to another mobile phone. Okay. So you are communicating is any data is transmission it is from source to destination, starting with source, ending with the destination. And a destination source to destination to source. Again, it means reverse, like a to B, B to A to B, B to A. Simply to understand, A to B, A PC send a packet to B, B PC send a packet to A. Means how it is happens, we'll understand by OSI layer. OSI layers are a reference layers. Reference layers. It's for a reference purpose only. Means we don't use to communicate from one PC to another PC. We don't use OSI layers. It is we to understand and troubleshoot. OSI layers are useful for a understand and troubleshoot network. Okay. So these OSI layers are actually standardized by ISO. It is standardized by ISO. What is ISO? International Organization for Standardization. Okay, not a standard organization, standardization. It will standardize this one. And IEEE journal is, according to IEEE, it is 802 journal. It means February 1980. What happening to my keyboard? And today only I cut my nails, so maybe not because of that one. Too much distraction. Okay, so what is a OSI layer? It is a reference layer for understanding and networking. First of all, what is OSI abbreviation? Open System okay, Open System Interconnect. So this is OSI layers. About a OSI layer. So certain things. Of course, some more abbreviations. It's like a IANA, ICANN, like this. This is the Internet Authority of Numbering and Authorization, like that it will be there. So find out what is these abbreviations and what is RFC, request for comment. What is RFC, request for comment? What is it? Find it out. No problem. Okay. OSI layer is a reference model. So what is next? What are those layers? It is a 7-layer model. It is a 7-layer model. So it means 7 layers are there. The first layer, no, don't say first layer. I'm writing a layer. Application layer, presentation, transport, network, DataLink, physical layer. Okay, these are 7 layers. Okay, so these are the 7 layers. Guys, each layer will is like this. This is a layer 1. Layers are actually from the bottom. This is layer 2. This is layer 3. This is layer 4. This is layer 5. Layer 7. Okay, the layers are written like this. Okay, but depends upon, guys, depends upon what is your habituated. So any way it is correct only. Some people will tell like this, like a physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer, like this. Okay, so any layer is the same only, so not any differences. Like while you are telling, like a question is, what are the OSI layers? You can tell like this: application layer. Guys, what you will do? Yeah. What you will do? Just say with me. Okay, either this way or that way. Means bottom to top, top to bottom. Okay. So what are the OSI layer? Application layer, presentation layer, session layer, network layer, data link layer, physical layer. 7 layers. Count your number, 7 layers. Do not interchange. Don't forget any layer. Okay. If you forget one layer, mean for basically you are new to the subject, so you have to keep practicing that. Okay. Application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, physical layer. Some people are having a like in the engineering, or maybe they learn some networking related outside. So they have a hobby of telling from bottom to top, means layer 1 to layer 7. Physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. Of course, there is a shortcut forms also there, like a how to remember kind of stuff. I'm not going to that one. Application, presentation, session, transport, network, data, link layer, and physical layer, like this. Okay, so better to remember correctly. Practice directly at least 10 times, 20 times, 50 times. It will become hobby. Very important. Next. The physical layer device. Layer 1 device, I said no, layer 1 device. Switch is also layer 2 device, you know that one. Router is a layer 3 device. Because of this, we call these 3 layers on layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. We call this one as a hardware layers. Okay, next. This we call it as a software layers. The upper layers, the first 3 layers, we call it as upper layers and also called as software layers. Okay, very bad thing is the transport layer, we call it as a heart of OSI layers, and it provide end to end connectivity. Any case, we got an example. Which one is a heart of OSI layer? Which layer is, we call it as a heart of OSI layer, transport layer. Which layer provide end-to-end connectivity? Transport layer, like that. Okay, guys, simple. Application layer is dealing with the user interface and server applications, server and server application. Okay, so example for a application layer is web browsers, files, like you know, web browser is okay, Chrome browser, Firefox, like that. Okay, so many things, including like Outlook, mail client. What is Outlook? Mail client software. Client side, this is a client side. Server side, like a web servers, like IIS, tomcat, glassfish. Just I said a mail server. Okay, Exchange, mail server. Okay, Microsoft Exchange, Zimbra. Okay, so these are the application layer related one. Presentation layer. Presentation layer will do encoding and decoding. What is encoding and decoding? Data in, okay, your data, your PDU data, different formats are there. For example, DOC format, so HTML format, okay, HTML format, or maybe TXT format, DOC format, okay, PDF format, maybe it's like MP3 format, WMA format, FLV format, MP4 format, 3GP format. Okay, so data can be
MKV format.
Yeah, MKV format, video formats, document format, any format it can be there. It converts. Data can be any format, but it convert into ASCII format only. Okay, so what is ASCII? American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Data can be any format, but the presentation layer converts your data into ASCII format to this one. So that is called a encoding and decoding. Next, data is a big one. So then we do compress and decompress. Next one is encryption. What is encryption? Encryption, for example, HTTP data, anybody, like you are using HTTP protocol for web access, no encryption, anybody knows what data is transmission. HTTPS, encrypted format, it means it's a secure one. Just for example, I am written, see here it is, when you open, this is HTTP, yes, it means whatever the data it is, so while I am transmitting, the data is encrypted format. So here it is also, see, HTTPS. So when I send a request, I'm getting this web page. The data is in the page is encrypted format. So if anybody took this data while data is transmitting in the public network, lot of people are there. They took your data, but they don't understand your data, what you are transmitting. Banking, mainly banking, email communications, social media communications will get secured by HTTPS. Okay, like this. So one by one, like a telnet. No encrypt, 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 no encrypt protocol, just HTTP. Only one or two I will tell. HTTPS. Remember like that. Okay, these are all protocols only. HTTP, HTTPS, telnet, okay, SSH. Both are different protocols. Telnet and SSH for a remote access. Telnet, no encryption. SSH, fully encrypted. Okay, SSH, fully encrypted. Like that. So anything FTP, VSFTP, VSFTP, SCP. SCP is also same thing, like a secured protocol. Okay, depends upon your type of protocol or over SSL. So this is a meaning is protocols. Okay, so like for encryption, if you are using encryption and at receiving a decryption, and you are sending encryption and receiving decryption. So that is our presentation layer. Session layer, it establishes a session. Terminate session. So what is a session means? When I sending a request, I started a session. I send a request and I received a reply from my destination. So I send a request, session started. I send a request and I received a reply. For example, I want to download a file. So I request for a download. So server receive my request, okay, and it it will download into my PC, right? So download is going on till download is completed. Session will be like that only. Once download is completed and then you close, then automatically session will be terminated. Okay, till the time it should be maintained. Means establish a session. Once session completed, we'll terminate the session. Till the time you have to maintain the session. We don't maintain, but network will maintain the session. Example is very simple. There is a lot of story examples are there, but I'm telling. You know, you are downloading a data. For example, 100 MB file is you are downloading. Sometimes like a internet is disturbed. Okay, for a minute, for example, or 30 seconds, internet got disturbed. Someone press on or off button and off and on the your Wi-Fi router. What happened? Your download will be stopped. So why? Because of network connection is interrupted, session is terminated automatically. So you cannot establish the re-establishment of session won't be happen in such a cases. So obviously again you have to download from starting sometimes. Sometimes re-establishment is there if you are using a application like a free download manager, IDM, torrents like this. You need a download manager for re-establishment. Transport is a very big one, but I'm just telling what it is. That's it. Not a deep explanation, right? So transport actually it chops the data into small piece. So that we call it as a segmentation or segmenting. Next, numbering and sequencing. Numbering and sequencing. It means, so data is a bigger packet. Packet of the data is big. I'm dividing the packet and send the packet piece by piece. But if you put a numbers on it, 1, 2, 3, 4 packets, then obviously we can assemble at a destination. So packet loss will be reduced by this one. Okay, that's why it is called as a error correction. Okay, error correction. So transport layer also do error correction. Not error detection. Correction means a piece of data is lost, no problem, we resend it again. Correction means we'll resend it again if it is lost. Okay, and multiplexing and demultiplexing of TCP and UDP protocols. Okay, so guys, here it is. When it is come, definitely we have a two things will come up. What is TCP? What is UDP. Transmission control protocol. UDP, user datagram protocol. Okay, it is a acknowledgement based protocol. Here no acknowledgement used. Okay, so remember guys, acknowledgement based means this is the source. I send a packet to destination, and the destination received a packet. It send an acknowledgement to source. Send an acknowledgement to the source. Meaning is I received a packet. Okay, meaning is destination reached my packet. Okay, destination received my packet. For example, this is PC1 and this is PC2. I send a data, PC2 received, I got an acknowledgement. I send a data, PC2 received, I got an acknowledgement. Understand? I send a packet, PC2 not send a acknowledgement. What is the meaning? I send a packet to PC2. PC2 not send a acknowledgement, no acknowledgement. Meaning is this data is not received by PC2. Okay, like that. Very simply say knows, source device or source PC knows destination received packet. Received the packet. Okay, same it is goes for a UDP also. So source and destination. Here I send a packet, destination received. Then I send a packet, destination. That's it. Like, we don't know destination is received or not. Very simple. This is PC1 and PC2. I send a packet. I send a packet. I send a packet. I send a packet. Whether it is received or not received, we don't know. We don't know. So that is called a UDP type of protocol. Source does not know destination received the packet or not. Okay, so that's why TCP protocol is reliable, this is non-reliable. Reliable protocols, non-reliable protocols. Okay. It is going necessarily going internally, but it is very important question. TCP, UDP. Next time technical also it is very useful. That's why I'm telling. Okay, reliable protocol, connection oriented. Less connection oriented, connection less protocol. Guys, it does not mean wired or wireless. It does not mean wired or wireless. Some people will tell an example. Connection oriented means wired connection. Connection less means it's an example of Wi-Fi. Not at all. Not at all. connection oriented means we are using acknowledgement. We are using acknowledgement, so we know destination reached. For example, I'm speaking, you are listening and also responding like, yes sir, do you understand? Yes sir. What is this? So this is a TCP protocol. So what is UDP, user data encryption protocol? So I am speaking, you are also responding, just like a two-way communication. Okay, so I understand you received a answer. Like I ask a question, can you able to hear my voice? Yes, it means I know you can able to hear my voice. I understand you are able to hear my voice. I ask like do you able to hear my voice? And can you able to see my screen? Do you know this one? Like I keep asking questions, but you are not replying anything. So what I think? I didn't get it. I didn't get any acknowledgement that you hear the question. I don't know the packet is delivered or not. I don't know the packet is delivered or not. Okay, here I know packet is delivered because based on the acknowledgement. That's why this is called as a connection oriented, and that's why it is called as a connectionless. That's it only. That does not mean wired connection or a wireless connection. Okay, remember that one. So example, TCP type protocol, UDP types of protocols are there, not a TCP protocol, UDP protocol. There are protocols, but type of protocols. Okay, so HTTP is an example of TCP type protocol, FTP, SMTP. These are a type of protocols. So a lot of protocols are there. Okay, and here also an example protocols are there. TFTP, trivial file transfer protocols. Okay, DHCP, DNS. These are main protocols. Okay, in a UDP type of protocol. Some protocols behaves in a different ways, sometimes like a TCP type or a UDP type. Okay, protocol either TCP type or a UDP type or a both is also there. Okay, so that is a TCP UDP difference, guys. If you understand, my point is because you're in a worry of your test and all kind of stuff. Okay, but if you get the point, so don't need to worry at the time of interview. Just to tell what are the questions you ask, like what you know, what is the basic things you know. So just speak about it. Tell about OSI layers, TCP, UDP. So no problem. And also it will do windowing, flow control. Flow control are windowing. This is our techniques to control the flow. That's it. Very important layer, guys. All people, please work up. Network layer. Guys, everybody woke up, please. Because you're asking a question, this is an answer for this one. Network layer and data link layer. Network layer has dealing with routing protocols and routed protocols. What is the routing protocols? Routing protocols will tell how to reach, I said no, router, like this, how to reach destination, or we can say best path selection. What are the example protocols we use? RIP, EIGRP, OSPF, open shortest path first. These are the IGP protocols. Okay, interior gateway protocols. Exterior gateway protocols are there. That is IGP protocols. EGP protocols are also there. BGP, border gateway routing protocols. IS, Yes, intermediate system. Hyphen is there, guys. Otherwise, meaning will be changed. Okay, that is a protocol. Routed protocols are IP address, IPX, SVX, novel network. These are all different. Apple talk. There are a lot of routed protocols are there. Guys, here it is. I want to add information here only. Okay, because I want to tell what is IP address and IPv4 ranges, classes, everything I will include here only. Okay, that's why I said, guys, walk up, please. Bad network quality, and I am continuing it. Guys, can you able to hear?
Yes, sir. It
Yes,
was
sir.
audible
Yes, sir.
clearly.
Yes, sir.
Understanding, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then okay, it is. If you're understanding, that is very good thing. Okay, so IP address is a logical address. When I start with a physical topology today, I started a class with a physical topology. Okay, so what is this physical topologies? Like a based on the connection. Based on the connection. So you are connecting two devices. How you connected? Based on that, it is a physical topologies. Network is a connection and communication. You want to communicate from one device to another device. How to communicate? For example, I want to communicate it to someone. For example, Mega is there. Okay, so I'm asking Mega, are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
You're very good. So, okay, so what I've done, I'm addressing someone with a name or a number, right? With a name or a number, I have to address to the destination. So that is IP address, and it is a logical address, not a physical address. Of course, it's not a name. Okay, physical address. It's a numerical representation. Numerical form. It's a numerical form. Address is nothing but it is in a numerical form. Next one is, guys, there is a line for a IP address. What is IP address? There is a definition is there. If you can say completely, then say. If you cannot say completely, don't say. Otherwise, meaning will be changes. That's the problem. Okay. So IP address means uniquely identify a device in network is called a IP address. Sometimes, I think you guys are now SAI, sir, right? Batch 5 people. Okay. If you say uniquely identify a device in the network, it is correct. If you forget, like you said, it's a unique address, then he will scold you. Okay. Like who told you like this, like kind of stuff. Why? Because of meaning changes. Unique address meaning is MAC address. Uniquely identify a device in the network. I have a network. Lot of computers are there. In my network, I have a computers are there. I have to identify these computers by an address with a logical one. Okay. Each address in the network are unique. It is a logical. Okay. Uniquely identify a device. Not a unique address. It is uniquely identify a device. We have to identify each device with a certain address, uniquely address. So that is one. Okay. So that's why it is uniquely identify a device in the network. It is a logical address, numerical form, and uniquely identify a device. Mainly IPv4 and IPv6, two versions of IP addresses are there. I'm telling very basic. Yesterday, last class also I told, but it is to keep repeating questions. That's it. It is a 32-bit type and 64-bit type. 2 to the power of 32-bit. 32 is 4.3 billions IP addresses will get it. Next, it's a 2 to the power of 128. IPv6 is a 3.4 billion IP addresses. You will get it. Literally say almost it's equivalent to 3.4 10 to the power of 38. That much of very big size. Okay, very big IP address. It means the entire country, every person, 4 or 5 personal IP addresses also you will get it. Okay, so that is the main power of IPv6. Okay, and here it is. We write IP address in a decimal form. Here it is. We write IP address in a hexadecimal. One more port numbers I forget. It's okay. No problem. At present, hexadecimal format. Now, this is how IPv4 is look like. Anything you can type, but here this is also how my IPv6 is look like. 111 anything. Okay, but you have to maintain a thing. It is hexadecimal, right? Each bit, like a 2 means hexadecimal 2 means 4 bits. 0 means 4 bits. 0 means 4 bit. 2 means 4 bit. 1 means 4 bit. 1 means 4 bit. Like each one is a 4 bit only. Of course, hexadecimal also having a letter kind of stuffs are there. If you are very new to that hexadecimal kind of thing, so it's just a numbering system. Go through any old material, so we are not having a time to discuss that much. Okay, so hexadecimal is 0 to F, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, A, B, C, no. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. F in the decimal, it is 15. F means 15. Okay, like that. A means 10, B means 11. It's a hexadecimal. Okay. So if you want to go with the more kind of stuff, unicast, multicast, broadcast of communications by IPv4. Here also unicast, multicast, anycast type of communication is there. Okay. Private. Have a private address range is there. Okay, so I will tell that one range. In IPv6, it is a FE 80::, okay, /64. So this is the identification. So this is called a link local. Is a private IP address, but here it is private IP addresses for each class. I am writing classes here directly. Yeah, don't worry, because I want to tell something. 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. Okay, this is class A IP address range in a private. 172.16.0.0.2 to 172.16. Sorry, my mind is 255.255. Class C 192.168.0.02 192.168.255.255. See, that many things are there, but in a here private means link local. This is the range. So private IP valid in LAN only, and the link local is also valid in LAN only, and it is automatic by system. It is manual one. No, don't say manual or automatic kind of stuff. It is automatically generated by system only, link local. Okay, so that is the one thing. Loop back or a local host. What is the local host? Meaning is, guys, my system name is Sairam. Okay, so someone like you have a system, you put your name, maybe some name. Okay, like it depends upon like I can put my system like Latif, or maybe I put my family name, or maybe my favorite name, or anything, or a system one, PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4. Okay, I have multiple PCs, PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4. Each PC has their a name, right? But internally, every PC itself. So I'm telling myself, right? So I said myself, I'm a trainer. Just myself, I'm trainer. Okay, Latif is a trainer. That is means you're saying about someone. My name is Latif. Latif is a trainer. But for when I saying about me, then I said myself, I'm a trainer. Myself, I'm a trainer. Like that. Every system itself a local host. The name of every PC is, so we'll put it. I put a PCR system. You can decide what to do. Name of every PC itself local host on the that local host IP address is 127.0.0.1. In IPv6, it's colon 1. Okay. Remember, guys, these are a very beautiful thing about networking. So I'm trying to tell certain common questions in any interview. I'm not talking about your HCL only interview kind of stuff. Okay, any interview. Okay, these are the main common things. Still, so many things are there, but I will tell is automatic by system is APIPA, automatic private IP address. Automatic private IP address. So in IPv4, automatically there is IP address will be generated. So this one, okay. When a PC or a system failed to get IP address from DHCP server or no manual address, okay. PC system assign a IP address to system as an IP address itself from automatic private IP address range. Okay. Automatic private IP Address range. Point is, what is that range? Guys, whenever you start this PC and see this IP address, like a first two are 169.254, and you find internet is not working, and your say IP address is like that, it means there is a problem with your DHCP server. It means your router is also a problem. So this is the range of a APIPA range. 169.254.169.0.0. It means IP address can be anything with the starting of 169.254. So if you see an IP address, it means you get a problem. Problem is, okay. The problem is when you got an IP address is 169.254. Two things. Remember, one is either IP address conflict is there. Address conflict possible in a manually IP address already given correctly. IP address manually are given, but you are getting this one. It means there is a conflict. So a very important point is you are not getting IP from DHCP server. Okay, your DHCP down. Okay, it means either your router has a DHCP. For example, in my home, my router is my DHCP server. I am not getting IP address as a from DHCP server. Automatically, my PC will get configured with 169.254.2 something like something. Okay, I mean 10.20, 30. Like it depends upon that. It is invalid in the network. It is invalid. Here like this, it means error only. If you got IP address for IPv6 like this, automatic by system, it's a private IP address and automatic IP address. This is also automatic and private, but it is invalid. It is automatic and private, and it is valid. It is valid. You can communicate with this IP address. You can't communicate with this IP address. Okay. So when you see this thing on your network adapter, when you are checking an IP address, if you see this is an IP address for your adapter, what we can say, there is an error. You are not getting IP from DHCP server. So I'm including all the things in here. Guys, I've written some private IP addresses here. Just I've written, so just no problem. Guys, remember IP address yesterday means last class I didn't check out the IP addresses. So these IP addresses are like this. It's divided into totally 32-bit, right? So totally we have a 32-bit, and it is divided by 4 parts. Okay, 4 dots. Each one we call it as a dot, not a point. Okay, it means each separation part is 8-bit. So each one is 8-bit, 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 8-bit. Okay, 8-bit, 8-bit like this. So the first one we call it as a octet. So this 8-bit we call it as a octet. Okay, octet means 8-bit. Okay, here it is like first octet. Second one is second octet. Third one is third octet. Fourth one is fourth octet. Okay. There are a lot of big stories there. Why we should go to that big story? No. So better not to go for that one. Guys, remember, like your IP addresses are divided into classes. The class A range is 0 to 127. In certain textbook, 1 to 127 it is there. Class B range is 128 to 191. Class C, these first 3 classes are very important because unique cast address. First 3 are a unique cast address. 223. The class D is 224 to 239. Class E is 240 to 255. That is the last one. Guys, remember, each octet size is 0 to 255, not more than that one. Each one is 0 to 255, 0 to 255 range only. Okay, these are the classes. This is the multicast address. Only for multicast addressing purpose. This is a from childhood onwards we are hearing it is R&D. Okay, so we don't mind about what is the use of this one. It is a multicast address for some multicasting purpose only. These are all unicast only. So we don't use IP address with a 0. It is a reserved IP address, and this also we don't use it. Already I told this is the loopback, local host IP address. Reserved for certain purposes, and also we don't use. Also, we don't use this series. Also, don't assign to anyone. We don't use this. So keep it in mind. So these are the main 3 classes. So how to identify a class? Okay. Okay. By first octet. What is the first octet? Like a first number only. Okay. Like I put a 120 dot 230 dot 2 dot 1 dot 200. So which class it is? 120. Only check it 120. First one 120. Where the 120 between this one? So it is class A. Okay. So you have to look at first octet. Don't mind about what is there here. First octet. Okay. Like that. So okay. Which class it is? 145. It's between this one. It is a class B IP address. Each class A, class B. So I am going. See, it is never finished. Has a subnet mask like this. I'm telling. Okay, I'm not going to explain because it's already a lot of time because I want to cover 2 small things. Only 2 extra small things. 2-3 things are there. Okay, these are the subnet masks. Just I want to try to better give the details. That's it. Okay. This is about your IP address details. I'm not going much depth. Okay. So this is the network layer is there now. So we have to tell about network layer. Yes. Guys, look at here. PDU means packet data unit. So whenever you are transmitting a data, each data we call it as a packet data unit. Each data we call it as a packet data unit. But here it is, look at here. In a network layer, source IP, destination IP will be added to your data or a PDU, packet data unit. Okay. So it is simply say it is a network header plus your PDU. This is equivalent. It is, we say it is nothing but a packet. Okay. Of course, I forget one more point here at this side, transport layer. In a transport layer also, same thing is like this. It is, you have a PDU, you will add this segment information. segmenting kind of information. So that is the overall information you are added. That is called a TCP header. This TCP information will be added. It is nothing but a TCP header. That is called a TCP transport header or a TCP header. TCP header. Okay, so this is, we call it as a segment. Okay, this segment only, now our PDU to that segment we are adding this one. So it's very simple, segment. Okay, like this. The overall PDU we call it as a packet. Okay, next one is data link layer. What is data link layer? It is having a mainly two layers, LLC and MAC layers. Logic link control. Actually maintain upper layer and bottom layers by LLC only. It means IP address, networking, entire thing will be maintained by LLC only. Main connections means physical connections also will take care by physical to network connections, physical to logical connection. Physical to logical connections will be maintained by logical link control. Okay, so actually your WAN protocols are here only. It's nothing but a layer 2 protocols. WAN protocols are layer 2 protocols actually. Okay, so here it is. PPP, point to point protocol, HDLC protocols, frame relay, okay. MPLS kind of stuff. These are all will be your WAN protocols to connect internet kind of stuff. Okay. Next one is MAC. MAC means media access control. Media access control. What it is? It is nothing but a physical address. IP address is a logical address. MAC address is physical address. What is the difference between IP address and MAC address? IP address is a logical address, physical, and MAC address is physical address, and also called as unique address. Also, this is called a unique address. Nowadays, we are not using a unique address kind of word. Why? Because of getting confused with the IP, MAC, and other kind of stuff. Okay, so like unicasting. So that's why you are not using unique address, but it is a fixed address. It is a fixed address. It is on NIC given by manufacturer of NIC. Manufacturer of your NIC. Manufacturer of NIC. Different manufacturer of NICs are there. It's a fixed address. Not used for communication. Guys, remember, always there is a star mark. All communications by IP address only, not by MAC address or domain name or a name, domain name or a bracket name. Okay, so like this one we can see. Okay, remember this is always a point. It is important point is all communications by IP address only, not by MAC address, not by domain names. No use for a communications. No use for a communication at all. Use for a security purpose. Only for security. Or we can say only for security, or we can say identify device, not in the network, the specific device. Okay, confirm this is the device or not. Don't go with that one. Only for security reasons we are using that one. Okay, that is your MAC address. No, it is not yet finished, right? So what are the things? It is a 48 bit in binary and 12 hexa. 12 hexa. This one. It is look like this one. See, remember. Okay. One more is there, right? 7. Yeah. Okay. Like this. Okay. It is a 12 hexadecimal. It is like that. And how to check MAC address? That is also a question is there now. I will tell in a command prompt wise. In a command prompt. So open the command prompt. Get MAC is the one of the command. Next command is ipconfig /all. Then only we'll get it. Okay. ipconfig /all. So I will show you once. Go to CMD. Go to run. Open the CMD. Get MAC. MAC. Get MAC. See, these are the my MAC addresses. Depends upon devices. I have 2 devices mainly. Remaining are virtual devices. And this is a physical. This is a physical. And this I don't know. Okay. Get MAC. Next one is ipconfig /all. See this physical address. You can see physical address. This is my MAC address. This is my NIC name, and this is my MAC address. And this is my IP address. This is my IP address. Okay, this is my IP address. Now, how to check? Okay, one more is there now. So, IP address. How to check IP address? CMD prompt. How to check IP address? Command is ipconfig. Command prompt is ipconfig. Another one is ipconfig all. Both are very good commands. Okay, but there is a one more point is there, that is command line. Without a command line means like a GUI mode you want to access because it's a Windows 10, right? So open, run, put a ncpa.cpl because it's a pretty straight. It will open your adapters instead of putting a lot of things. Okay, so what to do? Go to run ncpa.cpl. Then adapter is open. Adapters are open. See, double click on your adapter details. You will get it. So this is my MAC address, IP address, DHCP enabled. It means I got IP address from DHCP server. I got IP address from DHCP server. This is IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server address, DNS server address. How to open? Again, go to run, ncpa.cpl, click OK. Adapters will be open. Double click or right click status. Right click status, details, you'll get it. For both the things, same only for IP and I'm telling this one. This is also for IP and MAC. It's also for a IP and MAC. The second one is Windows 10 GUI direct mode. So right click, an adapter, status, check the details. So you'll find physical address, it means your MAC address, DHCP enabled, status, IP address, you will get it, subnet mask, you get it, default gateway, you will get it, DHCP server address, DNS server address also you will get it. Okay. There means NIC name, you will get it here. Physical address, your MAC address. So you will get yes or no. Yes means automatic, dynamic from DHCP server. No, it means manual. You know IP address and their subnet mask, default gateway. Okay, next one is DHCP server. Who given your IP address? DHCP, DNS, optional. Okay, these are the details, guys. Guys, remember in interview they may not go for a depth of something, but important is very simple. What you seen the most of the things in any interview or any work. The thing is, if you know how to open, not just how to open or look at the gata thing or not. What have you seen on this one? That is a question. You don't know what is this 2405. You don't know what is FE80. No problem. But what you see in options here, that is very important. That is very important in any kind of interviews, mainly like Cognizant and HCL. They see the people. So what is their learning things, learning ways, not a knowledge ways. Like you have huge knowledge, good. That is good. You have less knowledge, but you have observation skills. You know when you learn something, when you do practically, like you like to learn, how much you are observed. That is main thing in a things. Okay. So this is about your MAC address and IP address, but not finished. Even though last time I got a one question for HCL, that is what is the difference between IP config and IP config all? Output difference, IP config and IP config / all. So go to CMD, put IP config first. Here it is. This is my IP config Wi-Fi adapter. So what I'm getting, first of all, IPv4 address, subnet mask, default gateway. Okay, I mixed a part like a IPv6, IPv4, both are there. That's why I'm getting IPv6 address also. Okay, IPv6 address, IPv4 mainly, IPv4, subnet mask, and default gateway. Guys, this is a link local address. Based on my PC only, this address automatically assigned. What is link local? Based on my PC only, link local IP address will be generated. This is given by my router or a service provider. Router or a service provider. So these are limited options. IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. But when you go to /all, you'll get so many options. You get. See it is. This is my Wi-Fi adapter. Okay. Description. So about my NIC, physical address, enabled, yes or no. Auto configuration is enabled, yes or no. IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. Very good. Now DHCP server, who is your DHCP server? Who is your DNS server? So this is a main important, you will get it. Next one is lease obtained, lease expiry because of it is a DHCP, automatically you can see like this. If it is a DHCP, you see the DHCP server. Yes means compulsory DHCP server address is there. Then it is a proper IP address. DHCP yes, but here it is instead of like this, you got a 169.254, you got a IP address. It means you got an error. How to troubleshoot error? So you have to troubleshoot error. That's it. Okay. So this is importance is sometimes like a simple observations is a easy questions in here. Yeah, we are in a data link layer, right? So data header will be added to your packet because previous one is your packet, right? Next data tail, both are adding. Data tail is adding. Here it is data header is means source MAC address. Source MAC address plus destination MAC address, okay, plus your packet plus CRC. This is called a frame. Okay, this is called a frame. So what is CRC? Cyclic redundancy check for error correction purpose. Error detection and correction. Mainly error detection. D. Why am okay? So first of all, CRC, cyclic redundancy check. Suddenly it is stopped. Cyclic redundancy check. Detection. Okay, we are using for error detection. It is nothing but an algorithm. Use it to detect errors. Okay. Source MAC address, destination MAC address, packet. Packet means source IP, destination IP, your segment. Okay. So like that it is there. The last one is physical layer. What is a physical layer? So mainly, so your frame convert into bit stream. And bit stream is converted into electrical signal if you are using Ethernet type of things, RJ45, Ethernet, copper kind of stuff, electrical signal, Ethernet or a copper base kind of stuff. Okay. If it is become a radio waves, your bit stream become a radio wave. If you are using Wi-Fi kind of stuff, it can be a light waves. Depends upon your NAC. Depends on your NAC. Media, it is like that. So okay, light wave. Light wave means if you are using fiber channels, it's a physical layer. So this is about your OSI layer. Of course, I can push to a lot of things. Oh, 635. That this is the OSI layer, but small part I forget in port numbers and protocols, guys. Guys, every communication is required a protocol. Like I want to send a packet to destination. So why should I send a packet? Okay. So I'm just continue and conclude this one. Okay. For example, I'm pinging. Everybody knows pinging. What is a ping, guys? One of the command. I already told get my IP config to check the IP. How to check the IP address, guys? IP config. How to check IP address? IP config. Okay. And how to test? How to test? To test. Can reach destination or not. Okay, using a ping command, packet internet grouper. Packet internet grouper. So we can ping command use a protocol called ICMP protocol. The protocol name is use ICMP protocol. It use echo mechanism. Mechanism. One more command is like I will give you one example. Ping www.google.com. Okay, so when you put it like this, you will get a reply from google.com IP address. So then you can understand like I reach google.com. So that is a destination you are reaching or not. Next is trace RT. It is shows path to reach destination. How you reach. How you reach the destination. Okay. Trace RT. The command is trace RT www.google.com. So the replies you will get it like a so your first my PC to router to destination, like that it will be there. You look at like this CMD trace RT Google.com. Just compulsory check what is a DHCP, what is DNS, what is DHCP, what is DNS. That is very important. Tomorrow, if possible, we'll meet you again. Okay, depends upon your test, interviews, and okay. So like see here it is. This is the IPv6 communication because my Geo network it's IPv6 communication. So can you see it is? It's a IP address of google.com. Okay. So first it reach my router, then it is slowly reach going out and finally reach the destination. This is how I reach the destination. These are the router's address in between me and Google.com. Google.com located in somewhere different location. We don't know where it is located physically, like New Jersey or San Jose. It can be there anywhere. Okay. So San Francisco, it can be there, like California is there, no? So it can be anywhere, but problem is you can reach that. How do you reach the destination? You have to cross a lot of routers. So that is a trace RT. Ping. Ping will tell you, can you able to reach the destination or not? Okay, so it is saying yes, you can able to reach the destination. Sent for, received for, last zero. It meaning is last zero means successful ping. Last zero means it's a complete successful ping, and this is the IP address of your google.com, and you are replying from that one only. It means you are successfully able to communicate with the google.com server. Okay, so traceRT google.com, and ping traceRT ipconfig all, and I told one more is that is getMAC. Okay, these are the commands. If they ask, do you know any networking commands? Try to tell ping and traceRT, getMAC, and ipconfig very easily. Just give me just 10 minutes, guys. I'll round up. Okay. My doubt is if suddenly they ask some question, we don't know. I don't know how many people really know, but commonly I'm telling everything. These are the protocols and port numbers. HTTP, web access purpose. HTTPS, website with security, SSL. FTP, file transfer protocol. FTP, file transfer protocol. You want to upload and download data, FTP protocol. Okay. Telnet. Telnet is a protocol is to connect remote servers. SSH is a protocol to connect remote servers only, but SSH is a encrypted. Telnet, no encryption. Okay. Telnet, no encryption. SSH, encrypted. It both are for connecting remote protocol. SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. The port number is 25. SMTP for sending emails. SMTP for sending emails. POP3. POP3 port number is 110. To receive a mail, like you want to retrieve the mail from the server, that is to retrieve a mail means you want to receive a mail. You are pulling a mail from server. So like SMTP to send, to receive POP3. IMAP also same thing for receiving a mails. Both are same, receiving a mails purpose only, but in a different ways, different places you will put it. Okay, so SMTP, POP3, IMAP version 4. Okay, like this. So like a TFTP, trivial file transfer protocol. This is for a configuration purpose. Okay, to upload or download a configuration files. Okay, upload or download configuration files. LDAP, KR, BR, OS, authentication protocols. LDAP, okay, 389. Okay, authentication protocols. Authentication protocol. NTP, you know, my PC or your PC, your mobile phones are setting with the time. Okay, laptops or desktops are setting with the time with the internet. How? Because of Microsoft NTP server set your time. That is NTP server. Okay, NTP is I forget 1, 2, 3. I think. Okay, check it once. 1, 2, 3 or not. RDP. This is also a remote desktop protocol 3389. Remote desktop protocol. Anything I'm missing? Okay, some of the protocol that is maybe may not be enough. Yeah. SNMP for a remote monitoring protocol, simple network management protocol for monitoring protocol 161, 162. Okay, these are the monitoring protocol. Yeah, we forget That's I want to tell these two things. 67, 68, DHCP, DNS 53. Do not forget these things. Okay, guys, what is DHCP? Dynamic configuration. Guys, if you are not getting currently while watching a video, just after some time take a break, and after some time just relax after 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, okay, or before bed, go to the video, pause the video, get the point and continue. If you feel bored, skip that content, go to the next content. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, dynamic configuration.
Sir, it's dynamic host configuration.
Dynamic host. Yeah, this is my mind is also up. Very good. Your wake up, I will sleep. Thank you. Protocol. Dynamic host configuration protocol. It provide IP address to client. That is very important. It is nothing but a server. Provide IP addresses. DHCP server. Server provide IP address to the clients. Very simple. It use DORA process. Just I'm typing. If you don't know, it's okay, no problem. DORA dynamic. Sorry, no. Discover. Means. If you already know, that is you will easily understand. If you don't know, it's okay, no problem. Okay. Request. Okay. Discover, offer, request. Acknowledgement. Okay. Discover, offer, request, acknowledgement. Okay. It means client discover, like client don't have an IP address. So try to understand, very simple. This is the server and this is the client. Okay. Client don't have IP address. Client will discover the server. Okay. Client don't have IP address. It will discover in the network who is a DHCP. Are you DHCP server? Are you DHCP? Like that. Client discover the DHCP server. Server send an offer to client. Do you want IP address? Server send an offer to client. Do you want an IP address? Client send a request. Yeah, I want a IP address. And server send a acknowledgement. That is, yeah, take this IP address. Okay, like this. This is a DORA process. Only one time I told. Very simple. Client send a request. Sorry, client will discover the server. Server offer the IP address to the client. Client request the server, I want this IP address. Server give you IP address by acknowledgement, IP address and lease duration kind of stuff. This is DHCP server. And already told IP by address. Okay, already told IP by address. Okay. Next, DNS. Domain name system. Domain name system. Some are people say server, but it is a DNS server. Domain name system server, at least. Okay. What is this? It maps name to IP addresses. Exactly which name means domain and domains host or a PCs or a servers. Any name we can put it. Okay. Host means devices, guys. Host, PCs, servers, everything. You can say host, PC, server, any name you can put it. Name to IP address. Guys, you see, when I type google.com, already I told all communications by IP address only. You have to communicate either IPv4 or IPv6. Okay, all communications by IPv4 only, or sorry, IP address only numerical address. No names. But do you know IP address of google.com? You don't know. Then DNS server will give you IP address of google.com. Okay, IP address of your google.com. Understand this? You open google.com here and you don't know IP address of google.com, DNS server will give you google.com. I'm not explaining deep depth of it one, but understand what is a DNS server? It maps name to IP addresses. DNS server maps name to IP addresses. Not automatic. There is a configurations are there. Okay, not automatic, but name to IP address. So you given a domain name, you got a IP address. What is it? You give name, you got IP address from DNS server. Remember, only just finish up. Okay. Last, Active Directory domain and work group. Is it required or not? Okay, I'm just putting a title. Watch a video. Viewership is less and no subscriptions. What to do? So it's not like that, guys. We don't have a time. Okay, to explain Active Directory and domains. It's actually very good story. Practically also, I showed to last batch. Okay, someone without viewing also they put a like button. How it is possible? Okay, it's okay. No problem. So already I told now how to go through that one. What I said, service desk. Okay, go to playlist service desk. There you can find Active Directory and domain. So compulsory. So difference between domain and work group and definitions of domain. You'll get it. Okay. So first of all, difference between work group and domain. Next one is what is domain, what is a work group, what is domain, like that is there. Guys, last point, not a point means not I'm not telling anything. Guys, any questions? Not today. What you will do, guys, those who are here, at least talk to others. Guys, are you able to hear? Only 5 members are left.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. At least 5 members. Talk to others also. All others who are waiting for a technical interview. What you will do tonight or tomorrow morning? Put all the questions. Like someone ask a question in the morning, right? Like that. Put all the any pending technical questions. Like you have a doubt in the previous questions. Put any common questions, most frequently asked questions. Doubt is clear, good. Doubt is not clear, put in a question. Maybe I will try any other source to tell it that that is an answer to simplify at least. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So where we have to put?
Group only. No problem. Don't send in a personal one. Put it in a group only. You're all in this group only now currently, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So put it in a group, like put a @Latif or a @Sai Prasad sir. Okay. And put your question. So maybe we'll try to give some answer. Okay. So then you don't need to worry like interview. This technical interview means little worry will be there. Communication is the only preparation, right?
Yes.
So I will forward this one. I think you got some useful information for your interview as well as you learn something. Is any new thing or useful information found? Batch 5 people or a batch 6 people, 7 or nothing? Both are okay. I'm stop recording.